Okay, mic should be on. Everything appears to be fine dandy. Get rid of the usual text, which is this and that, and say hello.
Hello.
There we go. I missed the X button. There it goes. Right, we're back for some more Ghost Trick. Let me think what happened last time. What we're doing right now, I'm trying to find the
We
minister's daughter.
broke out of jail and then realized that it didn't matter. And then we saved the Minister of Justice from having a heart attack.
You got a better memory than I did.
I actually was picking so I was like, wait, what happened last time and what to doing? Oh yeah, that. So I did think this bit earlier through.
Well, it's good to know you're getting invested then. Right, let me just get to the game, which is over here. Right, resume the emulation. One day soon, I won't need to emulate this thing. I could just capture it. Spoilers.
Don't tell them how.
Not yet, at least. Right, so we're starting off with chapter 11, so let's go do that. It's not past 12 o'clock, so it's tomorrow, technically. The Justice Minister's daughter has been abducted. The kidnappers demand the execution of the death row prisoner Zhao to be carried out tonight. Lynn says the execution is a mistake, and I believe her. And so I'm paying the kidnappers a hideout a visit to see what I can find out about the abduction. And this time not stuck against the wall.
It's what you think right now.
What took you so long?
Your instinct was right, Beauty, my dear. They had that restaurant surrounded. It took me forever to shake them, and now my poor bike is ready for the scrap heap.
Next time, maybe you should make it a tricycle, so you don't hurt yourself.
Ouch, that hurts, Beauty. But that's okay. That's what I love about you.
He's a kiss ass, isn't he?
Yeah.
Watch the china. Be a little more gentle with our valuable hostage, please.
Yes. Always keep a smile on the lady's face. Right, my dear? Yeah, see that, Beauty? Now this is my blooming on your face too, my dear.
Yes, a wry smile. I'm not seeing one.
Also, I didn't realize before how much she's taller than him.
I'm going out for a breath of fresh air. You're on guard duty.
Alright, I'll dream of you until you return.
Why don't you open the trunk for our guest?
I will, Beauty. I was just taking a little breather. Alright, little lady, let me open the trunk for you.
Maybe later.
Did it just...
Yep.
Beauty...
It looks like the Justice Minister's daughter really has been kidnapped. And something else is bothering me too. Looks familiar, doesn't it? I don't think I've ever been to this room before, but something about it is giving me a strange sense of deja vu. I've seen something like this before. Sure, it does look familiar. I'm sure it's coincidence.
Yeah, absolutely coincident.
Right, let's burn some stuff. Well, I can't help it, I'm a ghost. I gotta do something while I'm here. Bless you.
Thank you.
Right, that should be enough to... Should get caught on by the ceiling fan, I think. There we go. I totally planned that.
Yep. God, this is so complicated just getting around.
I know, right?
Why are the powers of the dead so short-ranged?
Well, it's just there for convenience, I guess. If I move this, it's doing nothing. I guess I rock
Maybe
this.
if it's lit on...
Nothing. Alright, maybe I can get down here at least. Darn!
Ah, because it's sitting on top of it.
I can't reach my destination from here. Alright, well I'm gonna have to make the destination then. Alright. Stupid reach limitations. Let's see, what if... I guess I'll spin this faster. Not sure what it'll do. Oh, we got a tennis ball. It's a start. We'll take it.
Oh my god, you have to go back to the tennis ball, roll it over to the thing that goes upright. Ah.
Cutscene stopping me. Well, it's over there now. Get it. Oh, I hate timing. Okay, and swivel that around. Ah, it's just below the thing. Now I gotta drop this again. Okay, I should be able to reach that, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Go over here. Let's see what this does. Yay! Party poppers!
Just my imagination.
Yes, and all this confetti's everywhere.
Yep.
Alright, well, that one didn't do anything. What about this one? Okay, he has to witness that.
Nope.
Must be the wind. In this
Meant to
enclosed
be fair,
space.
like, if I would wake up from something, like, I normally don't really have an idea what's going on either. Especially when I'm already, like, sleeping shortly afterwards.
Okay, I can
Like,
see
I
what this-
sometimes legitimate forgot that I woke up and somebody was talking to me. Doesn't happen often, but it did happen.
Very embarrassing. Meanwhile, I'm over here just like, what are naps? I don't understand the concept.
I mean, it's not naps, it's usually me just sleeping way too long.
Right.
Sometimes I do take naps, but don't think it qualifies as a nap if it's like 2 or 3 hours.
Well, there's a difference between nap and a power nap, so...
Okay, yeah, I mean, definitely not power naps.
I spin that up, I'll make it go faster, and it should be able to reach the flame if I make it brighter. I'm pretty sure logically me making it burn brighter makes it, you know, get shorter with the wick. Whatever. Candles, am I right? There we go.
Not sure how that works, but I'm
Well,
not a ghost, so...
If the candle's hotter, that means the wax melts faster, and that means it's shorter. That's how
Oh,
candles
yeah,
work.
yeah.
Fun fact, I found out that for, you know, these long sticks of candle wax, apparently you're supposed to carve them to make them into a point so they don't droop as much. I did not know that.
Wait, how are you supposed to cut them?
You're supposed to carve them like with a knife so you can make them into a point towards the wick, so they don't droop as much wax.
Huh.
Most people don't really know that. I think it also stops it from, like, making the burning, like, well, make it smoky.
Yeah, I don't know that either.
Yeah, because we don't use them nowadays, do we? It's lost information. Hang on a minute.
Wait a second.
That's Camilla. What in the... What's going on here? This little lady is... Damn it, you had one job. Is this little lady really a daughter of the Justice Minister?
No, you know who he is. Like, that happened.
Lucky him, he can get away with this.
Oh no, oh no.
Shit. I wasn't napping. What's with the fun book and juice?
Like I said, always keep a smile on a lady's face. I wanted to treat our guest well.
How about treating me well? I'd like some bread and milk, please.
At your service, my dear. Be back in a flash.
Hey, mister?
Yes, cute little girl, lady. What shoes, perhaps? Oh god, that sounds wrong. All you have to do is ask.
Have I been kidnapped?
Don't cry, little dear. There's nothing to be afraid of.
Stranger danger, stranger danger!
The surroundings are miserable and filthy, I know. But we just ask for a little patience.
Hang on a minute. Stupid audio breaking again? This keeps up, I'm getting rid of voice meter. Don't say those awful things about this house.
Huh?
This house is where I used to live. Ah, shit.
Wait, what? I apologize, little lady. I'm the one who's miserable and filthy. Forgive me. What's the meaning of this, beauty? Where? Why here, at this girl's old house?
Don't ask me. It was the other party in our deal who chose this location.
Oh, I see.
It's been empty for 5 years, and apparently nobody ever comes here. But never mind that. What about my bread and milk?
Oh, of course. Now, you be a good girl while I'm gone.
He's a slacker and I know it. You just read your book and drink your juice. I want to go home.
Yeah,
Alright, you can take her. Not quite yet. The dilapidated place was Camilla's old house? What's going on here? Never mind, you don't get to have it. Wait a minute.
Wait,
What in the world? Why does the little lady have a core of the dead? When I helped her out of Lynn's apartment, she didn't have one. So that must mean she must have died sometime after that. And it also means somebody else must have saved her.
oh god. Why is it getting more complicated?
I better ask her what happened. This shit's getting deep.
Yep. Who's there? Oh, wait a minute. Is that you, Missile? Missile?
I'm sorry, I'm not Missile. My name's Cecil.
Cecil? My name is Camilla.
Camilla. So it is her. I knew it.
What happened to me? What is this place?
I can hardly tell the poor little thing this is the land of the dead.
The land of the dead? Does that mean I'm dead?
Ah shit, we can't speak in our heads here. Darn, I forgot there are no secrets in the ghost world. You can relax, you're not dead. But this isn't the first time you've been here, apparently.
Really? I don't remember. Wait a minute. Maybe I do remember. Sort of.
You do? It looks like she doesn't remember being saved very well. So there's some other dead person out there with special powers, huh? Anyway, I don't want to press her if she doesn't remember dying. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions about something else?
Sure. Go ahead, Cecil.
Sissy, huh?
Sissy. Lynn asked me to do something for her tonight.
I know about that part. She asked you to go to the chicken kitchen on Dead End Drive, right?
Yeah, but I never got there. I wish I could say I'm sorry to her. I never should have gone through the park.
What park?
Temsig Park, it's a shortcut to Dead End Drive.
Is that where the kidnappers grabbed you?
Yeah, Lynn always says. I said, I don't like the park. Scary things happen there.
Temsig Park, huh?
What am I going to do? Lynn's going to be mad.
She is? How come?
Because I left it there. The music box in the park.
We need that. That's right. The music box.
The music box was hidden in that apartment. I finally found it with a little bit of luck and courage. Guess where it was?
I don't know. Where? I'll pretend I don't know.
You know? You don't have to humor me.
Oops. So, what happened to the music box?
I hid it in the bushes at the park just before it happened.
Just before... Oh, just before you were kidnapped, huh?
I didn't want the bad man to take it, so I hid it. I bet it's still there in the park.
You did well. So the music box is in the park. I better let Lynn know. This is your old house?
Yep, this is where we lived until 5 years ago. But now I live with Lynn and Mistle.
Lynn is like a big sister to you, isn't she?
Yep, she's a detective, you know. She's a hero.
She is, huh? By the way, about your father. Is he the Justice Minister?
My father is gone.
Gone? Maybe he passed away.
No, that's not it. My dad. He's going to die, and it's all because of me.
What? What do you mean because of me? Why would you say that?
It's called an execution. My dad is a detective.
No way! Don't tell me your father is Detective Jowd!
That's right.
What in the world?
5 years ago, something really bad happened. Like a scary dream, but it wasn't a dream.
5 years ago. That murder case.
It was Mom's birthday that day. My mom and dad were working, and I was home by myself. And then I had an idea I was going to surprise my mom. I set up that contraption.
Ah, it's happy birthday. But this contraption... Yeah.
Okay, why was this... Wasn't that so fucked up?
That is.
Um,
It was not meant to do that.
I still can't believe it happened. It wasn't supposed to work like that.
I know that contraption. And I know how it was supposed to work. Party poppers and a cake. A birthday message.
My dad told me not to tell anybody. Just leave it to me, he said. My dad wanted to be executed. He asked them for it. But I wanted to tell everybody it was my fault. My dad said that what I saw was a bad dream. He told me to forget it.
This is all so unbelievably tragic.
Yeah.
Can't believe it. This little lady's Detective Jowd's daughter? can't tell her. Can't tell her why she was kidnapped. Ah, shit.
I was a kid. I want to know.
Oops. There are secrets in the ghost world. Maybe we better stop talking. It's too dangerous.
Sissy, you're not going to talk to me anymore?
I think we better get you out of here first. We could talk more after that.
Okay, but...
I'm going to rescue you now. You just hold on a little longer, alright?
Okay, but we will talk later, right? Don't forget. You promised, Sissy.
Yay! Right, I guess I'll just hang around in this book. Can't go anywhere with that. What took you so long?
I traveled the entire town in search of the finest bread and milk for you, my dear. But it is late, and all the shops are closed.
He is right, it's almost like 1 o'clock now.
Yeah. Maybe gas station.
We're leaving this place, right now.
What? But he's not here yet. If we couldn't meet at the restaurant, weren't we supposed to meet here?
Yes, and he's the one who chose this location.
I don't like this one bit. We have to run around doing all this extra work, all for the sake of his deal.
Be quiet. It can't be helped. This place is too dangerous. I told you, my sixth sense is very strong.
Alright, as you wish, Beauty.
I feel it. I sense something here in this room. Oh. Is somebody there? Can you hear me? Is she talking to me? I can sense your presence, you know. The next time I sense you, this child will die. Remember that. Cool, if you're playing this on the DS, like, you know, in person. Oh, that'd spook you out. Alright, we're leaving.
Pardon me, little lady.
Oh, damn it.
Oh my god, not the book. That's rude.
I'm in this book!
Oh. Yeah, it's...
Shit. So much for rescuing her. All of a sudden, I'm left behind alone. Alone in the room that stole that little lady's smile away 5 years ago. The little lady is gone now, leaving me with only a few new facts. A few very heavy, very sad facts. Does Lynn know about all this? One other thing stands out in my mind. I can sense your presence. There's some of that kidnapper's final words. Do those two know? Do the kidnappers know about the powers of the dead? More questions, but no answers yet.
I'm sensing a pattern.
Well, we'll have to find out next in chapter 12. It looks like the kidnappers made a big mistake. The girl in the trunk was Detective Joud's daughter, Camilla, not the minister's daughter. When I got back to the Justice Minister's office, things were getting even more out of hand. The devastated man was being grilled by the fiery detective lady. Wait, you Phoenix, right? I told Lynn what I had found out about the kidnapping, that it wasn't the Justice Minister's daughter who had been abducted. That the kidnappers had been holed up in Camilla's old house, and that they sensed my presence and were already gone.
But Camilla... Why do they have Camilla? Her father isn't the stupid old justice minister.
I think the stupid old part is a little uncalled for. It looks like the kidnappers made a mistake somehow.
The poor girl kidnapped for the ransom of their own father's execution. It's just too much.
It's a cruel twist of fate, I agree. And then there are those other twists too. Like the kidnappers winding up and using Camilla's old house as their hideout.
There's no way it could be just coincidence.
And them sensing my presence. They seem to know about the powers of the dead.
I just don't understand any of it.
I told you before, Detective. I want you to stand back.
Who cares about distance at a time like this?
Yeah, COVID would say otherwise.
Yeah. Look, Mr. Minister. It wasn't your daughter that was kidnapped.
Don't try to pretend you didn't hear what we were saying. Ah! How can I believe in you? I'm a realist.
Please! If you don't believe what we say, see for yourself. Just call home and...
I tried calling 100 times. My wife won't answer.
She won't?
It's complicated. Oh, why does life have to be such a complicated thing?
But if she just answered, doesn't that mean everything's normal?
It doesn't prove it. And I'm being watched. I can't have the police go check for me. Besides, if the execution isn't carried out tonight, the hostage will be killed. What difference does it make that's not my daughter?
Got a point there.
I think that's a certain inspector here.
Uh,
Here he is.
Oh.
I recognize that dialect anywhere.
Miss me, baby. Inspector Cabanella.
Looks like you're talking to yourself.
Ah, goddammit, I hate when I do that.
You want me to take the inspector?
Yeah, sure.
I have a little report for you, Mr. Minister. The escaped prisoner has been apprehended. Thought you might like to see him, so here he is. Oh god, so many characters in one room.
Yeah, it's... Detective Short, I'm so sorry, I tried. I know that you're innocent. I just can't prove it. I'm so sorry.
Lynn, please, don't apologize to me. Ah, the beautiful love between a teacher and student brings a tear to my eye. Ah, shit, who we talk to?
You knew, didn't you, Inspector Cabanella, that the execution was tonight?
I don't believe I had any obligation to tell you.
And you're fine with this? I mean, you know as well as I do. Detective Jones could never have done such a thing.
Ha ha ha! Ah, come on now, baby. I know no such thing.
Huh?
I know two things to be true, and two things only. One, he was given the death penalty, and two, he tried to escape. What else could I do but haul him in, baby?
If that's the case, why did you bring him here?
Whatever do you mean, young lady?
He escaped from prison, right? So why didn't you just take him back to the prison? I think you only brought him here to bring about your accomplishment, isn't that right, Inspector? For your own selfish reasons? So, were all those rumors about you true? The only thing you care about is a spotless record? Is that more important to you than saving a friend?
Everybody has certain principles they can't go back on, including me. You'll understand that someday, baby. That's enough, Lynn.
But, Detective Jones,
I'm a death row inmate who escaped from prison. This is how it should be.
But...
It's getting more complicated as we go along. What do we do? Let's see. I guess we'll start with Lynn. See what we can get from there. According to what I heard, Emily was supposed to go to some sort of lesson tonight.
Those horrible kidnappers. They were lying in wait for her.
But Emily didn't go out after all. She couldn't. She had a fever.
Huh. And so the kidnappers grabbed Kimberly by mistake instead.
Apparently, Emily and Camilla are about the same age. The kidnappers must have gotten the two of them mixed up. I guess they didn't have a picture of her at the time.
It's my fault. If I hadn't asked Camilla to do that errand for me, this would have never happened.
Oh, right. You asked her to bring the music box.
Camilla.
Can I reach? Yes, I can reach.
So, Mr. Ghost, we meet again. I heard something happened. Something about a kidnapping?
Some kidnappers are saying they abducted the Justice Minister's daughter.
That's terrible. What's the demand?
The carrying out of your execution tonight.
I had no idea I was so hated. But the minister doesn't have to worry. I die and it's all over. Very simple. It's not that simple. There are...
We got multiples.
Yeah. Because it isn't really the minister's daughter who got kidnapped. It's Camilla.
I'll take Josh from here. What? Camilla? I checked it out for myself. I'm positive. No! It can't be! And, by the way, Camilla told me something interesting. She said the one who killed her mother 5 years ago was Camilla herself.
What? What are you talking about?
Don't listen to him! I'm the one who shot her. I'm the one who shot Alma. And when I'm executed tonight, that'll be the end of it. Camilla won't have to suffer any more after tonight. For a capable detective, you say some incredibly misguiding things. Ugh. You dying isn't going to end that girl's suffering. It'll just bring her new suffering. The only person's pain this execution is going to ease is yours.
Is it true what Camilla said?
Why don't you tell us what you know? Here we go. To be honest, I still don't understand what happened that day. It was my wife's, Alma's, birthday. We came home from work, and she went in first. I looked for the shooter, but there was nobody to be found. And there was nobody there besides Alma and Camilla. Just the two of them. So the little lady's mother died right in front of her.
Oh my. That's so horrible.
Camilla told me about it. She was crying. She said the contraption she made did something it wasn't supposed to. Made an impossible move. An impossible move? Yeah, we're gonna skip that question. It's been 5 years since then. I stopped thinking about it. I shot Alma. There's no other explanation. That's what I convinced everyone of. Even me. But tonight, You showed up and gave me an explanation I never would have thought of before. Powers of the dead, right? That day, in that room, powers that I didn't understand were at work. And if that's the case, it clears up all the mysteries. Maybe not all. There are a couple of other people who know about these powers. The kidnappers who abducted Camilla knew about those powers. This is no ordinary kidnapping. It looks like my wife's case isn't coming to an end after all. I'm the only one who thought it was.
Detective Joe.
There's still time before dawn. A little anyway. How about you see this case through to the end before you die? Camilla was a quiet little girl, but she was good with her hands. She was a little genius at making elaborate toys and contraptions. But there were two very strange points about that contraption.
The first is of course the firing of that gun.
Right. That was an antique gun had on display for years. So it wasn't part of the little lady's original design.
Of course it wasn't. It was supposed to be a surprise for Mother's birthday.
And the other strange point was the movement of that Cupid.
Cupid?
That one. For some reason it just... It was supposed to shoot its arrow without turning around. Somebody made a change to the contraption's design, then manipulated it.
I don't know what to say.
I didn't have time to think things through then. All I knew was I had to protect Camilla. I made a small adjustment to the scene and turned myself in.
What kind of adjustment?
The gun, of course. The gun, huh? Come to think of it, it's not there.
Huh?
There was no gun there, just a picture hanging on the wall. Of course not, because I secretly switched the gun out of that frame with the picture. I didn't believe what she told me about her contraption. But one thing was for certain. That gun was still smoking.
So the gun really did shoot the mother.
I hid the gun before I went to the police.
You hid it?
I put it in a wooden box and gave it to a certain detective.
What you mean?
And that detective still thinks it's a music box.
So that's what was in the box, huh?
I got a different murder weapon ready to give to the police. My own pistol. And I did a few other things to make it look good. I won't go into the details. When I was all done, I turned myself in. Well, now we know why we need to get the music box.
Okay, but that raises further questions. Why was this exact contraption on the junkyard? Detective Jod, is what you told us just not true?
Yes, of course.
In that case, there's still time.
Still time?
Time to solve the case. It started 5 years ago. You didn't do it, Detective Jod. And of course, little Camilla didn't do it either. So the true Petra is still out there, and I'm going to prove it.
The word is perpetrator.
Perpetrator, thanks. For Camilla's sake.
That sounds wonderful.
Thank you, Detective Jones.
Lynn, where's that music box now?
In Temsek Park. Camilla left it there.
That gun is important evidence. You better go pick it up.
Yes, sir, I'll go right now. Cecil, take care of Detective George. And do something about the kidnapping so we can get the minister on our side.
And yet again, I say, easy enough for you to say.
So he just heard the end of the conversation, right?
Yep. Go ahead.
What's going on? Deal me the deal, Mr. Defo and mate.
A little change in plans. My daughter has been kidnapped. I can't just go off to die without doing something.
But you're now custom me, don't forget. Back at the prison, everybody's waiting for you. With a special seat just for you, baby.
And I guess we better prove my innocence on the double.
On the double, is it? You sound so determined, my old friend.
I want to save Camilla. In more ways than one. And that's all there is to it.
I see, my old friend. In more ways than one. What say you, mister? May we have your decision?
Hmm?
Should the execution be carried out tonight, as planned? Or should he hold off and wait for this important evidence to come in?
The order still stands. Bring the prisoner back immediately and resume its enforcement.
As you wish, your excellence.
Please don't bow down to me. And especially not that low.
In that case, I have one of your boys arrange a prison van to pick him up. Would you be so kind?
Yes, sir! Oh, he just happens to have a chair, does he?
Yep. That van should take about 10 minutes, I'm guessing. Your escape tonight was brilliant. Will you show me another miracle in these last few minutes of yours, Mr. Defro and mate?
Oh, now what? I'm glad to see Detective Jowdle fired up now, but I feel like I'm under the gun here. Even if Lynn does come through with the proof of Jowd's innocence, it'll be meaningless if Jowd or Camilla dies. I've got to do something about that kidnapping somehow. Maybe I should ask for some advice from the capable detective here. Alright, I don't see why not. You can have your rollback, Climber.
Most likely the minister won't stop the execution. Not as long as there's any small chance his daughter is the one who is kidnapped.
But she isn't the one, I'm sure of it.
Well, it would be great if we could prove that to the minister.
Prove it? How? I doubt his wife is ever going to answer the phone if we call from here.
If we call from here, right, but the telephone works in both directions.
What are you saying?
What I'm saying is only family members can solve a family problem. Hey, Mr. Ghost,
Yes?
I have to admit, I don't like depending on others. But you're the only one who can change this situation.
Gee, detective?
For this past 5 years, Camilla is the only thing that kept me going. I can't go meekly to the chair now. I hate to ask this, but would you mind saving me?
I'll try. The key to getting the Justice Minister to stop the execution is his wife and daughter. But is there a way? Oh, the only way we can do that is getting there in person, I guess. Right, we better make a call. Let's see. No. That one.
It is, but yeah.
It is a very red apartment. Better make some numbers. I was worried the chapter would end at that point, but nope, we're still going. Just as I thought. This little girl is safe in her bed. Murder, execution, jailbreak, betrayal, and now kidnapping. This last link in the long chain of a sad fate lit a fire in Zhao's heart, and the chance to turn it all around is right here in this room. I'm getting a strange premonition. Everything that happened so far tonight has relayed back to me in some way, and I bet this mistaken-ridden abduction does too. Damn, that was short. It's like nothing happened yet, everything happened.
Yeah.
Where's the gameplay, man?
We did have a bit.
Should we go for the chapter 13?
I think we can, yeah.
We get a
it's
bonus.
Chapter 13, like, what's the worst that could happen?
I visited the novelist's apartment again. I'm hoping to be able to do something about this mistaken identity kidnapping. As long as there's any possibility that it could be his own daughter who was kidnapped. I doubt the Justice Minister will call off the execution tonight. Well, let's hope our hunch is correct. The key to dispelling the Minister's doubt is now in bed, coughing, and I need to use this key before that prison van arrives to pick up our death row inmate. 10 minutes, that's more than enough. You know she's old school when she's using a classic typewriter.
Yeah, and one-handed even.
With a glass of wine. My darling angel. Oh, just listen to that cough. You naughty thing. Did you leave your nice warm bed to go out into the night to play? A daughter after my own heart. But I must confess, I didn't even notice you were gone. My hair's also shaped like rose petals as well.
I didn't go out to play. I went to buy Papa a birthday present.
Ah.
He said he wanted a new lighter.
But that's no reason to go out this late at night.
But my fever finally went down. I could barely move before that.
But look what it brought you. Your fever is worse now than ever. Here's to the feverish passion of my darling angel. Ding.
She might be an alcoholic.
You think?
Mama!
Yes, darling.
Let's call Papa and wish him a happy birthday. Even though it's already past midnight.
It's 9 o'clock somewhere in the world. Not tonight, Amelie.
I hate you!
It looks like this little girl was safe all along. I already knew that, but I'm still relieved all the same. And there's another lucky development too. Amelie wants to call her father. Now if I could just make use of that feeling somehow, that would surely bring the Justice Minister around. Well, I've got to bring the phone to her, since she can't get up. Let's see what happens if I use this. To one of these lighters. Convenient. There you go, there's your phone. Apparently these old school analog phones are digital, apparently. Because they don't have wires, they just don't. Emily, I told you couldn't call him tonight.
Why not?
Listen to me, Emily. Your father's about to make a big mistake. I want him to reconsider.
What do you know about it, Mama? He's the one who's the Justice Minister, you know? All you do is write novels. With Nolsa.
Uh-oh. Oh, Christ!
Oh no.
What do you mean weird? How dare you disparage my romantic expressions? Now you've really made me angry. You really have. How do you expect me to forgive such an insult? She got the ball out and everything. It could have gone a lot worse.
Yeah, I hate you. And this also, yeah, stop that.
There. I'll be keeping my eye on you now, so you won't do anything else mischievous. Like calling your father.
I hate you.
I can hear you, you know.
That's the point of it.
Right. We gotta do something about that. Let's see what we can do here. Let's start up here. Did that. Just want to get her attention, I think. Ugh. Alright, fine. Let's keep her away. That rat won't suffer yet. Let's see. I can't do anything there.
There's a valve turn it.
I don't think it will do anything. Alright. I'll have to shake the rat off then, if it's not going to be doing anything. Oh, wait. Well, well. Having a good time there, are we, little rodent? Oh god. Sweet dreams? Smack. Did you fancy the vintage, my whiskered friend? Whiskered, whatever. Ding. Oh, no, he's up there. I think we're about to kill Remy.
No. Oh, he
Can't
makes
cook.
great ratatouille.
Can't cook if he's dead. Eh. Yeah, he's dead. And there goes the power. Oh heavens! A blackout at a critical time like this? Of course, dim lights suit my story of love very well, but I myself am not very fond of the dark.
She's afraid of the darkness.
Darkness!
This chandelier just narrowly missed the back of my head. I love the thrill of romance, but I don't need these kinds of thrills, thank you. Oh, one of those matches. Oh great, now the wine is useless.
Yeah, also, that's actually I was about to comment how fast she lit all four of them, because that usually takes way too long.
Ah, what a wonderful atmosphere. Perfect for a clandestine meeting in the dusky twilight. Right, let's see what we can do with this. Right, so the hoist mechanism's down there, it's not on this thing. Which is here. Right, let's see if I could just drop this rat. Or not. I'm so sorry! Not much I can really do here. Just checking all my options. I know what the solution is, I'm just trying to remember it. So what happens if I turn this now? Nothing, okay. Stupid in-game
Can you
rules.
light the other candle?
No, I can't.
holder?
I'm trying to... No, I'm... Oh, you mean the other ones? I think they have to be attached to it. Oh, I can burn.
Oh, you can turn that brighter.
I don't think I need to do that yet.
Can you lower it then?
I can lower it, definitely. Yeah, go try and fix that up, why don't you? What a naughty chandelier. Yeah, so you go fix that chandelier, just ease your way back, why don't you? Damn it. Good reflexes.
Were you
Such
about
insolence.
to kill her?
No, no, totally not. No, I swear. Just a little bit. God damn it. I'll get her. Such insolence. I'll get her, I swear. Rules of 3, I bet you. Aha! Gotcha. Emily! Emily, help me! Ooh. Ah. Oh no. She's too sick.
I'm sorry, Mama. I'm too dizzy. I can't get up. I'm afraid I can't help you right now.
Here is to the weakness of my darling angel. Ding. Even in the moment of panic.
Yeah, definitely alcoholic.
That chandelier is on there tighter than her wedding band. She won't be able to escape on her own. So let's make it worse. Oh god. What is going on here? Emily, look! Do you see this? Help me, please!
Sorry, I'm too sick. I can't get out of bed.
Relatable.
My head's spinning, so I guess you'll just have to stay up to spinning too.
Alright, let's make it worse.
Oh no, oh no.
What? It's an option. Don't judge me. See, he's fine.
Oh,
Okay.
you have to, okay.
Now, how do I make it worse? Maybe I just swing him a little bit harder. Go light those candles for me, that'd be nice. Come on. There you go. And... oh, the power's back on. That's good timing. There you go, there's your phone. Again.
Mama!
What in the world is going on here? I think this is the most rule breaking we've been as a ghost.
What do you mean rule breaking?
Well, you know, disturbing the order of the world, I think.
Okay, yeah. Oh, goody. Excuse me a minute while I call Papa. Okay, Mama? It will only be a minute.
Wow, 2 numbers. That's quick. Don't you dare, Emily! I won't have it! Tough shit. You're up there, and I'm all the way over here.
Hello, Papa.
Emily! Is that you?
Of course it is, silly. What did you think?
But I heard they said you were... No, never mind. It's nothing.
Silly old Papa. Happy birthday, Papa.
Birthday? Oh, right. It was my birthday today, wasn't it?
I'm sorry we couldn't celebrate tonight. Thanks to me, not Mama.
Oh, God. Oh, you mean your mama? I mean, your mother. What is she up to right now?
Well, she's certainly up, alright. My stubborn mother is kind of tied up at the moment.
Get me down!
He needs to be taught a lesson for causing us so much trouble.
No, Emily. I'm the one who was wrong.
Huh?
Could you tell your mother I'm sorry?
What do you have to be sorry about?
I was just about to make a terrible mistake. But it's all right now.
Oh, okay.
You're still young. There's a lot I can't tell you right now. The job of Justice Minister is very complicated, you see.
Okay.
But just remember, you're always the most important thing to your mother and me. Did you do something naughty to your mother? If you did, I want you to apologize.
I don't think I did anything. But okay, I'll apologize.
Goddamn, she's innocent. That's a good girl.
Okay, Papa. Have a good night. I love you.
I love you too, Emily. Good night, sweetheart. Ah, bless.
I mean, depends. Mama, I'm sorry.
My goodness, why the sudden change?
I guess I was wrong about you. I didn't understand.
Oh, Emily.
I thought all you ever did was write these weird novels.
That makes me a little sad.
Papa said the job of Justice Minister is complicated.
Yes, your father's job is very complicated and difficult. That's why I couldn't talk to you about most of it. But you're right. I shouldn't treat you like such a little girl anymore. You're growing up after all.
And I promised to stop calling the novels weird and try to actually read them.
What? Oh, maybe you'd better wait until you're a little older for that.
Okay.
So, Emily, if you're feeling a little more charitable towards your mama, do you think you could let me down now?
You know, I would love to do that. But I'm just feeling too dizzy and sick right now.
Oh, there she goes.
Uh,
Tonight, on this holiest of nights, my deadline. It looks like the only thing pressing on me will be this chandelier. Here is to Papa and Mama's darling angel. Ding. All of a sudden, everybody's getting along again. It's such an abrupt change. I can't understand it. Is this what family's all about? In any case, the situation has changed dramatically now. I just hope the mysteries of me can be cleared up as quickly as the furrows on the minister's brow. I don't know where Camilla is, but at least now the Justice Minister's doubts are dispelled. I think I'll go back to his office where everybody's waiting for the prison van. No, we can't let her down. The minister's family now has their smiles and harmony back, but Camilla is still in the hands of the kidnappers. I decided to go back to the Justice Minister's office. Surprisingly, the minister's brow is still just as furrowed as ever. Quite unlike a father who had just learned his daughter is safe, he seems to still be in the depths of despair. The atmosphere in this room is very different now. It seems to have an air of unfocused anxiety. I get the feeling something big is gonna happen. I just found out that my daughter is safe. I'd like to express my gratitude. Thank you. Thank you for my daughter's sake. And for mine.
No need to thank us, Mr. Minister. It was nothing.
What did he do?
But one question. I can't help but notice. Your daughter is safe. And yet you still look unhappy about a little smile for us.
Ah,
Oh, of course, there is still the matter of the other kidnapping victim. But is that really the only thing that troubles you, Mr. Minister?
please, let me think in peace until the prison van arrives. I guess I'll go speak to Child again. The minister's never gonna listen to us.
God damn it. It seems to me the Justice Minister has some kind of big problem on his mind. Why don't you try to talk to him instead of me?
Yeah. I don't think he's ready to acknowledge my existence yet.
He's an anxious fellow. Yes, but I bet he knows when to accept the truth. Would his face be so frowned otherwise?
What does one have to do with the other? Alright, I guess we will talk to him. Hello, Justice Minister. How about you finally admit I do exist?
That thank you I expressed.
Yeah.
That was meant for you. You're a ghost, aren't you? You have the power to control and manipulate people, don't you?
No, I don't have that kind of power. I can't control you.
We've actually known you for quite a while now, but I had no idea there were the powers of the dead, of ghosts.
Known? Known about what?
We know about the existence of somebody who could control others, a manipulator.
What's this?
That's why your execution order caused me so much anguish, Detective Gerald.
Mr. Minister? Why don't you just tell us everything you know?
Yes, I suppose I should. You need to hear it all. All about the huge mistake this foolish man made.
He's still talking himself like that.
There are so many cases in this country right now. They are under a top secret investigation. Of course, you wouldn't have known about them, Detective Gerald.
Right. You don't share too much top secret information with the inmates in prison.
There are 3 prisoners, including you, in a special prison you just escaped from. All 3 cases have certain points in common.
They do they? Tell us more.
The rock singer who leaked national secrets in his lyrics during a TV broadcast. The curly-loving fellow who took the chief commissioner hostage at the Metro Police Department.
And burned it down.
Neither of those men had a motive for the crime, and both of the crimes were impossible.
Impossible?
The curry lover had no way of knowing how to infiltrate the commissioner's office. And the rock singer had no way of knowing the national secrets he leaked. The Special Investigation Unit submitted an investigation report to me on them. They concluded that these men's criminal acts were not of their own volition.
But how can that be?
The theory the unit came up with was the existence of a manipulator.
A manipulator, huh?
That's when a special prison was established as a facility to research that theory. Some unknown power has been at work. The past several years, Inspector Cornella has been studying these cases.
He has he?
Manipulating somebody into committing a criminal act, according to the inspector. The first case of its kind was a locked room murder involving our nation's best detective.
Are you trying to say I was manipulated somehow into shooting Alma? I appreciate the theory, but unfortunately, I don't recall being controlled by anybody. It's just not possible to manipulate another's behavior like that. My powers certainly don't work on living creatures.
That's what I thought when I first had the theory too. However, I was seriously mistaken, and it proved to be a big mistake.
What? You mentioned a mistake. Could you tell us about it?
I suppose everybody here has the right to know. Alright, fine, I'll speak out loud so that Inspector Canuella can hear this too.
Oh, goody. I think I'll take over for this explanation.
Okay, yeah.
There's something I'd like the two of you to hear. 1 second as I fix the voice meter again. I'm now committed to fixing this in future for the next one. I'm getting rid of it. It's about a mistake I made. Inspector Cabanard, when you first made that report about a manipulator, I'm afraid I didn't believe it at all. Impossible, I thought.
Perfectly understandable, Mr. Minister.
But I was wrong. That kind of power does exist. And I learned the truth of that firsthand.
What's this?
A month ago, I signed the order to carry out Detective Jowd's execution. However, that act wasn't of my own volition. I was being controlled.
What? You never told me about this, Mr. Minister.
That's definitely... What's going on? This document... What am I doing? No, I mustn't sign it. Wait, don't deliver that document. Yep, that's definitely the minister's handwriting.
He just disobeyed a direct order.
I think that was all internal when he was speaking out.
Oh, okay.
That's when it started. That's when all of my fear, despair, and suffering began. And now I'm switching it back. Or not.
But,
At the time, it didn't even cross my mind that I had been manipulated. My memory of the event was only hazy at best. So the memory of being manipulated doesn't clearly remain, huh? Signing execution orders is part of the Justice Minister's job. At the time, I just thought my psyche was rebelling against the attack.
Lena's being controlled, that's why she can't remember it.
But the next day, it dawned on me. I remembered Inspector Cabanag's report on the existence of a manipulator. As a Minister of Justice, I couldn't admit what had happened to me. I only signed the execution order because I was being controlled. If something like that got out, this nation's judicial system would crumble. Besides, I had no evidence to present that I had actually been controlled. So, in the end, I couldn't admit to anybody what had happened.
I suppose, but it sounds a bit like an excuse. You should have at least told us, Mr. Minister.
Yes, I know. I should have. I was running away from the problem. And then my wife found out I was worried about something. Well, if you go around with an expression like that, I guess it's bound to happen.
Also, she also has a wine glass.
I explained it to her, and she was dead set against the way I was handling it. If you don't withdraw that order and tell everyone the truth immediately, I'm moving out. And then, with the kidnapping tonight, with it thrust under my nose like that, I could no longer deny my mistake. This manipulator comes upon us from somewhere unseen. And that's why I've been keeping my distance from everybody. So that's why you've been telling people to stay back. So there's somebody else besides me with the powers of the dead. I'm fine with that. After all, I already knew about a certain desk lamp. What I'm not fine with is the fact that the person can control and manipulate living creatures. That's certainly not something I can do. Apparently, different ghosts get different ghost tricks. I just happen to be stuck with a lame one, apparently.
We at least get some.
But I never imagined that tonight I'd find out where this kind of power comes from.
Where it comes from.
Inspector Cabanella, this manipulator is a ghost, a departed spirit.
A spirit?
As a matter of fact, there's a ghost talking to us right now.
What did you say? Joe, don't tell me you can hear this ghost too.
I'd say the only person who can't hear him is you.
Spirit, ghosts, gods in heaven. Excuse me, Mr. Minister. I suddenly have some urgent business to attend to.
In the gentleman's room.
I recommend you think long and hard before making a final decision, sir.
There he goes. Yeah, he definitely needs the bathroom. That speed of his.
This is Len. I'm at the park.
We've been waiting for you here to hear from you. Have you found the evidence?
Well, the situation here, it's kind of difficult to explain. Cecil, if you're there, come to the park immediately.
It looks like your help is needed, Cecil. Yeah, I guess so, huh? Right, I suppose we're off to the park then. Which is right next door to the number, thank God. It's like they plan these out or something. Lynn calls and I oblige. I take off toward Temsic Park, a place where clearly something big is taking place. The manipulator. A person whose very existence sheds new light on everything. Detective Jout's crime, the execution orders, and even my own death. Could it be? Could Lynn have been manipulated into shooting me? More questions and more. Find out next time in Ghost Trick.
On Ghost Trick.
Alright, that was worth doing that extra chapter. We broke our rule, damn it. Now the numbers are all weird. Alright, just write that down. Chapter 14. Making decent progress though. Right. Yeah, that's what we'll do for a stream. There's the thumbnail logo. Right, that should do for a stream. So today's Thursday, isn't it? Yes. Right, let's check back on Tuesday. Tuesday for more Ghost Trick and see what. Obviously, a death must have occurred next to Lynn at some point.
Probably.
Most likely.
Because that's everybody. That's what happens.
You're a walking magnet of death, Lynn. What the fuck's wrong with you? If it's not yourself, it's somebody else. Right.
It all started with us, so we're the one.
Right, yeah. So, till then. See you on Tuesday. Yeah. Bye all.
Bye.